Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another video. Once again, I'm taking a long stroll back from the post office. It's good for exercise, and the weather is absolutely fabulous. But as you all know from the pattern of my videos, the only time I'm in the car is if it's in the daytime. I'll I'll film in the daytime if I'm driving, but I prefer to walk at night because it's still pretty warm in the daytime. I mean, it's of course it's cooled off, but it's not. I still don't like. I don't like walking in the sun. Start perspiring and stuff. I don't like that. So the night is good, and it still has the same effect if you're looking to drop some pounds or some kilos from your weight. I wanted to talk to you all and give a little warning and an encouragement and a wake up call regarding what you're going to face when you come here from individuals who don't have the same intentions as you do when they make. I don't even know if they make a hijrah, to be honest with you. Some people are over here for a gimmick, a money grab, and to scam the Muslims on some business stuff. Okay? They are playing on the hijrah community. They are targeting the hijrah community, but they're all about the money. And they're definitely not about encouraging you, aiding and assisting you on how to stay steadfast through hardships if Allah tests you, and it doesn't have to be financial. I know people who are being tested legally. You know, they have wealth, but they're being tested legally. Didn't see that. They didn't see that coming. Fell into something happened, and they're going to court. Got a case. You know, things happen unexpectedly. Other people are tried with their health. Different things that you're going to be tried with. It doesn't always have to be financial, but sometimes financial hardships are a part of hijrah. If not automatically, like on the onset, eventually it does come. And Allah tests you according to your iman and what you're able to handle. But these individuals that are coming here, Allah Musta'an, they are calling to everything glitz and glamour under the guise of religion. And they're not religious. So those of you who want to make hijrah and keep your intentions for Allah's sake and not let it switch to get all you can get, let's get this money, you know, let's live lavish, let's buy these mansions, let's build castles in the sky, let's reach for the stars. That's what hijrah to the UAE turned into, because it didn't stay about hijrah. You don't want to do that. And unfortunately, you got some shiny individuals calling to that. And I believe that these people are a trial. They're a trial because, like I said, they don't have the same intentions as you do. And why do I know that? Why do I know that? Because these same individuals, I know some of them, didn't even believe they could come. And they came in, they got in through some help, right? Came in, started trying to steal people's connections and things like that. Is that worship based? When you come in and you start, the people who helped you come in here, you start trying to steal their connections. And I'm talking about going behind their backs and just stealing people that you have no business stealing, that you know you have just no business doing that, bad business. Or individuals who talk bad about the UAE but they're fleeing the West due to LGBT, or it's a money grab. It's a means to prey on the Hijra community. We're going to sell them ebooks on, you know, how to live in the UAE, and just in case you gotta go back. So one person even had that in their ebook. You know, a backup plan just in case you gotta leave. How do you get back home? How is that a plan? Allah Mustaan. No iman, no encouragement to stay, no weathering the storm advice. You know, this is what you do. You buckle down, you do this, you do that. No encouragement. Allah is going to help you. None of that. Iman is void. 100%. Allah is not in the picture when they speak. He's not a factor at all whatsoever. What they calling you to is glitter. And they don't even like the UAE. They speak ill of it. So what are they doing? Just like other people who come here and don't like the UAE, what are they doing? They focus on the money. Like tons of people that I've met, agents from different countries, Muslim countries, they say people just come here for money. Like there's no life here, there's no culture here, there's no this, there's no that, right? So likewise, you have people who are coming from the West, guys as religious individuals, even branding themselves as religious individuals. I mean literally like branding themselves. Calling to slogans of religiosity, right? So that they can prey on the Hijra community. They want your money. They're promising you riches if you follow them. So they make the UAE all about money. And like I said, I believe it's a trial. And Shaytaan, he knows that the Muslims are in dire need to make hijrah. Y'all trying to go overseas, you're trying to save yourselves. But it has to be individuals that come who are from the party of Shaytaan, that come and muddy the waters to make everything all blurred and murky so that you can't differentiate and that your intentions change. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break it down how your intentions would change. If you got individuals who don't care about hijrah, they're here for a money grab. They have money where they come from, right? They have businesses where they come from, and that's what they depend on. They see that y'all making hijrah. They come over and see what they can get their hands on, exploit you, right? Call to riches and money and put themselves on a pedestal, and everything that glitter is not gold, by the way. You don't know how people get their money. I know individuals who have gotten scammed. They don't give you what they promise. It's a gimmick. They're good at advertising, and that's it. They ride around in luxury cars, and they call to that. We're religious. We're rich. You could be rich and religious. Where's the hijrah at? I'm confused. Where is Allah in the mawdu', in the subject? I'm confused. What's happening right now? Because they know that Shaytaan knows that that's the weakness of the Westerner. So how they would exploit you and how your intentions would change would be this. These individuals who don't have the intention of making hijrah, they go back and forth between here and the West. Their base and most of their money is coming from the West. They're here to exploit you to get your hijrah money, promising you a dream, and then showboating on you about how well they're doing here in the UAE. And if you can't measure up, then you're a failure. Because look at me. I'm rich. I got it. I came over here. We flexing. We're living. You know? We're living. We living well. We're doing big things. It's all glitz and glamour. It's all shiny to discourage you. So that if you can't attain what they attain, then you failed. And hijrah doesn't work for you, but it worked for them. But they're eating off of you. They're eating off of you. And other people that they're scamming. That's the game. I'm going to do another video about learning how to differentiate and decipher deception. A lot of Muslims don't like to believe or want to believe or open up their minds to wolves, snakes, and sharks existing amongst us. You don't want to. But the reality is that being naive is what hurts us. You have to take the good with the bad. It was one of the Sahabi, radiallahu anhu, I think it was Hudayf ibn Yaman, but he said he used to ask the Prophet, so people used to ask the Prophet something about the good, but he used to ask them about the evil so that he would be aware of it and stay away from it. And that's what y'all need. You need to open up your eyes. And the reason why I know so much about deception is because I've dealt with sophisticated levels. I'm talking about mastermind levels of deception. Okay? Mastermind levels of deception from people all around me, closest to me. So I have like super radar for deception. So anybody who has like a lower levels of deception, I can see it a mile away. Because it's all from Shaytaan. Shaytaan's methodology is the same. It doesn't matter where the person comes from. The methodology is the same. So once you learn what deception looks like, you can detect it in anybody. Once you know the game, you can detect it in anybody. But anyways, back to what I was saying. That shiny glitter, and they playing games with you to discourage you so that you go back. If you can't measure up to them, you go back. And don't ever try to get into the club. They call you to come and get into the club. Be down with us, which is, these are characteristics of the people of Hizbiyah. And by default, Westerners are Hizbis. By culture. They're culturally Hizbiyin. They practice partisanship. Bipartisanship. By default. By default. Due to the fact that, number one, the kuffar and their politics. What party are you with? Right? Political party. Number two, religiously, the kuffar again. All the different sects that exist amongst the Christians and the Jews. That is a part of the society. And then, number three, all of the deviant Muslims that live in the West. All the deviant Muslims that live in the West. Every sect is present, calling to their deviation and their innovation. It's open. And then all the other religions. So it's a place of parties. And people practice that socially as well. They practice it socially with money and wealth, right? The elites of the society. You can't get in with us. You can't sit with us. Or you don't measure up enough. You understand? So individuals who are calling you to come and be with them based off of wealth, build this wealth with us and all of this stuff. Like I said, it's a gimmick. It's a scam. That's ugly. It's arrogance. It's showy. Showing off, which is haram. Right? And these people will try to humiliate you. Why? Because you don't measure up. They will never advise you if you are on hard times. You would never get any advice from them other than get your weight up. You gotta work hard, Akhi. Oh man, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Why don't you do this? Try that. You've tried everything. But they don't have any religious advice for you because they're not religious. So if you are someone that's sincere and you come in here to save your religion and you want to stay focused, stay away from shiny objects. Stay away from those bull horns, the blow horns that are calling you, making you feel inadequate, making you feel like you need to get down. Get down with them. Don't do it because you're going to be sorry. Or you're going to turn into them and still be sorry. And like I said, they're not even serious about this place. UAE's a game to them. They in here to play. They're in here to play. Believe me when I tell you, they're not in it to win it. They're not of the mind, I'm in it no matter what. They're of the mind, oh, why would I struggle? If I'm on hard times, I'm going to go back to where I came from. They're not worried about worship. When Allah tries you You stay steadfast. You're patient. You're here no matter what. I'm going to be patient through it all. Like many individuals who've been here for 20 years, they've experienced everything. But they were serious and sincere in their hijrah. They didn't leave. No, these people are not like that. They're not like that at all. They're going to leave. They're going to go. And they will encourage you to go. You understand? Make excuses for, well, Allah knows your intentions. You tried. Our hijrah's not for everybody. Those doubts and things like that. Shaytaan. But it stems from them not being on the sunnah, even though they claim it. But you see who they associate with when they're back in the West. They are affiliated and associated with Hizbi individuals, people who are not upon the sunnah in reality. They claim it. You understand? If you're upon the sunnah, it's going to make you better. You're going to be humble. Allah is going to be your focus. Sunnah is going to be your focus. And even when it comes to wealth, you want to advise the people with doing your best. Seek your rizq. Depend on Allah. Accept what Allah decrees for you. That's how your speech is going to sound. It's not going to sound like glitter. It's not going to sound like an ad campaign. Let's get this money. Let's get rich. What? That's insanity. That's crazy. And they take from the kuffar. They take from the kuffar when it comes to business advice. And the kuffar books, as relates to business, as I explained to you before, are filled with philosophy. When we have a religion, when we have a way that we're supposed to think about wealth and obtaining it. And the qadr, tawakkul, and the rizq that is written for you and accepting that is at the core of it. Humbleness, humility is at the core of it. Gratitude, not entitlement. Yeah, I work hard for this. I'm entitled, it's the least. That's minimum. Or that's nothing, akhi. What's that? Oh, you should be making this amount, that amount. Or if you made this amount this year, then it should keep increasing. If you could make 20,000, you could make 40,000. Next year you should be making 50, 60, 70, 80. It should keep going up. That breeds entitlement. No, where does this come from? This idea it's not from the Aqidah of Islam at all. It's from the kuffar. It's from miskeen people, ignorant individuals who are calling you to the anger of Allah, to be honest with you, because you will be ungrateful. For whatever Allah gives you, you'll be ungrateful because you listening to people tell you it's a pattern. It's a system. It's a formula. That's all falsehood. It's falsehood. You understand? So this is what you need to understand. You need to know this is what's facing you when you come here, because you got people who are innocent and they don't know any better that's going to push you into the direction. Oh, you doing business? Go over there with them. Yeah, go with so-and-so. You got to get with those brothers. They're doing it big. When you don't even know the behind the scenes. And like I said, I know personally. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I come across people in situations where things get exposed and revealed. And it's not even on purpose. It's not. I wasn't looking for it or anything. Just like, oh, that's subhanAllah. Interesting. Very interesting. You don't know people. You really don't. Don't believe everything you see, especially if it's loud and it's shiny. And you feel like a pull, somebody pulling you. It's your gravitation. Oh, yeah, I need to do that. Stay away from that kind of stuff. Because it's a catch to it. It's a catch to it. Like I said, everything that glitters is not gold. Another reason why these people are not religious. We went to a lecture. I think it was Mustafa George. He came here, I think it was last year. It was last year, Ramadan. From what I was told, because, I have an older son. And, he goes with his father to the masjid on the brother's side. What I was told was these individuals come in the masjid, posted up. They YouTube people. They posted up in the back, standing around. Wait a minute, this is an Islamic lecture. Why are you standing around as if you're a celebrity? Looking for attention. waiting for the camera. I always be like, what is wrong with you? The stances, and I know those stances. Listen, the background that I come from, I know that behavior. I know that behavior very well. Not the camera stuff, but it's the cool guy, the in crowd. I'm in. I'm him. I'm him or I'm her. I stayed away from people like that my entire practicing Islamic life. When I say practicing is because I started to practice at a certain, I would say like right before started getting serious right before I got married. You know, when I got involved in the masjid, I made sure I stayed away from anyone who resembled who I used to be and the people I come from. I made sure. All that celebrity culture, that stuff is sick and it'll destroy you. Don't be dazzled by it. It's nothing. And I'm sure anyone who's up on what's going on in the West right now, you understand these people are despicable. And that lifestyle was in arm's reach of me growing up. These are the arenas that I was placed in, that I could have gone towards, but I decided I didn't want to go towards that. Unfortunately, my friends, that's what they're into. That's what they're into. They're no longer my friends, but people who I grew up with. That's the culture. So it's sad to see these individuals come along and bring that nonsense in the ranks. It's because they faulty. They don't have nothing. They have zero. They're not working on themselves. That's why. They've adopted red pill mentality, disrespecting the sisters, because they really want the life of the kuffar. So they're trying to this is not a word, but I'm going to make it up, halalify it. Make it halal. It looks halal. Because they really want that life. They want to be included. They want to be included in those conversations with the non-Muslims who's paying them zero attention because you're insignificant. You're not in their world, but you want to be so bad, you miss it. But you got you gotta dress it up Islamically. But that's what you really want. That's what you really want. Because why are you behaving like that in the religion? What's wrong with you? What is your problem? You're sick. And unfortunately, the Muslims that have been raised Muslim, they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue that these individuals are sick and that they actually want that life. So they imitate it in an Islamic way. We're branding it because it's not Islamic. They imitate it and brand it with Islam. When Islam is free from that. It's bilaks. It's the opposite. You understand? So I'm warning you. Don't let these people steal your hijrah. Don't let these people steal your pure intentions and your worship. Don't let them steal it. I'm specifically talking to the men. Specifically. Don't let them steal it. Stay focused. You want to go into your class, you want to go to classes and things like that, get closer to Allah, you can do that here. You can. Stay focused, though. And stay away from the glitter. Stay away from it. Because, like I said, they'll try to humiliate you, and you'll feel bad. Like it's a brother who, what I notice is that when you're striving and you're sincere on making hijrah, Allah tries you. Like I said, like I mentioned. Tries you financially, tries you with your health. These people aren't being tried with nothing. Why? Because their intentions aren't hijrah. They got another intention. So when you don't have your intentions for Allah, Allah give you everything. He gives you everything. And the person who's striving, doing his best, I know myself because I've been in that situation. I'm striving. I'm doing my best. I'm working hard. But I get it though. I understand. I've been doing business for years. I understand things don't come on fast speed. You have to take your provisions as they come, as Allah give them to you. Allah tries the person who's sincere for your sincerity. And the person who's getting everything easy, he's being exposed for him not being sincere. Because as soon as he's tried, he ready to give up. As soon as things get tight, his world crashes down. Because that's what he's living for, unfortunately. Allah Musta'an. And you calling other people to it. And they're on Hijrah. So you, as the Westerner coming over here, you're going to have to fight your demons. You're going to have to fight those inclinations and those ideas that you had from the West was surrounding wealth. You're gonna have to check that. You are, because you got you got people where you're coming from who are here to shine on you and make you feel like you're nothing and that you're not doing enough. When you don't know the behind the scenes, you don't know how these people got their money, you don't know what they're into, you don't have a clue. All you see is the outside and what they're calling to. That's all you see. Don't try to be down with the cool kids. Don't fall for the trap. Stay grounded. Stay sincere. Check your intentions all the time. And stay in your own lane. Don't go towards the light. Don't go towards the fireworks. Like I said, the blowhorn. Don't do it. You're going to be sorry. And that's just pretty much my advice. And I want good for y'all because I know how things can get. Me, myself, I think I mentioned in another video, I stayed away from Dubai for 2 whole years. In Ajman, between Ajman and Sharjah, I didn't touch Dubai because I wanted to make sure my intentions were correct and that I didn't get caught up in running after those tall buildings. You understand what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, the kuffar are the ones that put Dubai on the map. Why do the Muslim world? Why do the non-Muslims, or even the Muslims in the West, even value Dubai in the first place? Because the kuffar do. Because the kuffar do. Because it's associated with wealth. They don't value a lot of people don't value no Muslim country. They don't. They don't hold it in high esteem like that. But it's because the kuffar hold it in high esteem. And I'm talking about the Muslims from the West. I don't mean Muslims from Muslim countries. MashaAllah, you got people from Syria, Palestine. You got every nationality here. All the Arab, they come here and they mix with the Arab. They're here for Islam. They have money for real and they're humble. They don't talk that way. They're not flaunting their money and making people feel bad. They talk to anybody. They tell you how to get money, how to do business. They encourage you with patience. They encourage you with steadfastness. They encourage you. These people, you gotta get down with us. If you're not making this much, you're doing nothing. Sounding like the kuffar. Sounding just like them. So just watch yourself. That's work that you have to do on your own self to keep your intentions pure. So you don't get caught up and you don't change your intentions and then you wind up leaving. Because that's the ultimate goal. Shaytaan wants you to leave. He wants you to leave this hijrah. Y'all trying to flee from the West to save your religion. You thought Shaytaan wasn't going to follow you, beat you to it, and be a barrier in the way? Of course. Of course. That's why Iman is important. You have to believe in the unseen. Know that Shaytaan is an enemy. That's without a shadow of a doubt. People keep forgetting that. Shaytaan is an enemy. He is a factor. You got Shaytaan from the men and the jinn. Working together to throw you off. So that's all I gotta say. So I stay solo dolo. I stay with company who is down to earth and humble and they have wealth. But they don't care about it. It's not a factor. It's not something that they flaunt or that they wear as a top hat or a brand. You get what I'm saying? Stay away from them branded wealthy people. The name brand wealth. They call into themselves as being wealthy, which is crazy as I don't know what. But that's my message for tonight. And inshallah, I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget Hijrah Man Day sacrifice. Ma salama.